so I got done recording, and I like make jokes about like what I think the title should have been on it a little bit. Like I give like I think a couple of alternate titles, but I don't really remember them off the top of my head. I do remember one of them, and you'll hear it once we actually get to the review. But it inspired me to do this little cold open of some other alternate titles that I think this movie should have been called. Too Quiet, Too Place. You know, a little inspiration from the Fast and the Furious franchise. I've heard this one online. I actually really liked. I think this would have been a fun title as well. A Quiet Place 2, Quiet Harder. Too Quiet of a Place. You know, it would have been a little, you know, just a little, I think it's the T-O-O. I think that's the right two to use, Too Quiet of a Place. Also, if you just take out the of a place and you just put Too Quiet, I think that would have been a fun title as well. Quiet World. The world is quiet, and honestly, the inspiration is from this shirt. A Louder Place, which is ties into what I think the title should have been once we get into the actual video here. A Louder Place, I think that's nice. A Place That's Quiet, just kind of flip it a little bit, because, you know, the first one's called A Quiet Place. Flip this one being A Place That's Quiet, because, you know, that's what they're looking for. And then just quiet.
Hello and welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I am, of course, the Lemon himself, Zeke Lamone, and this is my review of A Quiet Place Part 2. A Quiet Place Part 2 picks up right where we ended off in the first one. Well, kind of. It has a cold open of what day one, how it all started and all that stuff. And what I really like about this movie is that it does exactly like how the first one did. It wasn't really about the monsters or the horror within. It was about the people and the characters. So when you do a horror movie, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, we just need jump scare after jump scare after jump scare. And this movie does have that. It has plenty of them. But when you actually really care about the characters a lot, you're like, man, I really don't want you to die. You're pretty cool. Yeah, sure, you do some dumb stuff, but you're alright as well. Anything semi-bad that happens to them, or in the situations that they are, automatically causes tension, and you have anxiety throughout. And this movie executes that perfectly, just like the first one. Even though, you know, this one is not as quiet. I made a joke about how this movie should have been called A Not So Quiet Place afterwards, because this one is much louder than the other one. You care about them so much, like any slight movement, anything happens, like, oh crap, and you're just on for it. Yeah, there is some things where I felt like it was just because movie. You know, like, there's this storyline with the son. I do not remember his name. But what causes the monsters to get to him, I was like, why did he even do that in the first place? Like, I never understood why he went on the journey that he went on. Sure, I was worried as hell and I was scared in my mind. I was never more anxiety-filled throughout a movie than I was in this one, probably since the first one. I don't really jump that much. I really, really don't. But I jumped quite a bit in this movie. I was like, crap, no, ah! Like, come on, you got this. Like, if I had my Apple Watch on, it would have said breathe at least 20 times throughout this whole entire movie. The performances are great. Emily Blunt is good. The kids are great, especially the daughter. She really performed the hell out of this. I hope she gets more work in the future. The new lead guy, I do not remember all the actresses' name. I just really remember Emily Blunt. John Krasinski can direct the hell. For a funny guy who came from comedy, he can sure hell is direct. Hollywood, you might as well, you know, if you have a person that's really, really funny, known for their comedy, give them a horror movie, because they're going to knock it out of the park. Jordan Peele, now John Krasinski, who's next? I don't know. Maybe Bill Burr. Yeah, let's get Bill Burr to direct a horror movie, and he's going to smash it out of the park. If I had to rank it on this here lemon scale, I would give A Quiet Place Part 2, Quiet Harder, or Not So Quiet Place, whatever you want to call it, a lemonade, borderline freshly squeezed. It really could depend on the day, but I'm more leaning towards lemonade now that I have a couple of days to rest on it. There were a couple things there that I was just like, why? But overall, really good. I care about the people, and that's what established the horror the most, and I think that's what all horror movies should really do. So yes, that is my review of A Quiet Place Part 2. If you have seen it, comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. And yeah, did it work for you? Did it not? Comment below. Let me know. And always subscribe, like, ring the bell, all that fun stuff to help, the channel get really going. And I will see you out here next time at Lemon Studios.